So if my arms are lifted here and only one of your arms wants to do that, just take that arm and do it with that arm, okay? Please, this is not a no pain, no gain situation, okay? We have enough pain in our lives. We don't need to add on to it. So right now, sit in a mountain pose. So sitting in mountain pose is like standing in mountain pose. We want to have everything in alignment. So we look down at our feet. That's really vital, as a lot of us walk with a little inner or outer in one of our feet. And guess what? That's working and imbalancing the whole body. So we got to start with balance here. I want you to press into your heels and just lift your toes and press into the ball of your foot a little bit. This is what I'm talking about with engagement, all right? Engagement. And if you're doing that and you're pressing in solidly to your floor, to your ground, you should feel that all the way up into your glutes, okay? And then just relax, let the toes come down. You don't have to lift the toes when you do that. You can press with the toes too. I get more out of it if I lift my toes because the toes just kind of take away from what the action of the rest of my foot can do. So just some tips on that. So feet parallel. And I'm going to bring my feet back a little bit because they were a little farther than my knees. So I bring it back so my ankles and my knees line up. So check into this, you guys. And then my knees and my hips line up. And then, and my forward of my hips, or my back of my hips, or my shoulders lining up with my hips. And then I let my hands come down. Offer that energy that comes out from our hands, our healing hands, outward to the world. You feel that chi, they call it. It's one of the words you could call it, one of the philosophies. It's energy, we all have it. It doesn't matter what we call it. It's healing, it's vibratory. We can help to heal ourselves with our own energy in our hands. You can have some Reiki on yourself, Reiki from another person. So today we want to close our eyes. We're going to start with eyes closed and just listening as we flow, listening to our breath, listening to the minimal cues that I'm going to give you, okay? So inhale, begin to raise your arms no higher than your shoulders. Palms are facing out. Exhale, keep the palms facing out. Exhale down. Your hands don't go all the way to the shoulders. Arms don't lift that high. Just take it where they go. Inhale, just to shoulder height. Eyes are closed, so we don't have that visual of where I stop. Just feel it. Exhale down. 2 more, just up to shoulder height. Exhale down. Now take it. If any of your arms go higher, take it into a V, a little bit higher. Inhale. Palms are still out. Exhale, palms stay out. And exhale all the way down, getting a little more into the shoulders. Inhaling into that V. Can you trust yourself in this world to close your eyes for just a few moments here? Inhaling up. Exhaling, take it down. From here, take your hand, right hand, to the leg of your chair or to the seat of your chair, okay? Press down through your sits bones, press down through your feet. If you like a little bit more integrity in the energy flowing through your body, take that left arm up to where it's going to go. It doesn't go very high, then just take it to wherever it goes, okay? Lengthen with that side body that's lifting up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, slide your right hand down the leg of the chair as you open into a crescent moon. Side bending. Inhale, up. Exhale, and take that hand and float it down. Hold on to the left chair seat or leg. Right arm comes up. Lengthen here. And if it doesn't come up, we stop wherever or we don't even move it. You don't even have to move that arm to take yourself over and open up the side body. I can have my hand just dangling down and I still open my side body. Come on in and bring yourself up. And oh, I'm glad you're here. There's a seat waiting for you right in the center there. Good. All right, just continue to keep your eyes closed. Trust yourself. Trust me. Take some shoulder rolls. Inhale, pull forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Go on. Using your breath. Moving meditation. And let's reverse that still with breath. I inhale as I squeeze my shoulders and pull them up, and I exhale as they go into the forward motion. One more. Still listen, right? Still listen and try to trust yourself. Keep your back straight, but lean your body forward as your arms come back, okay? So the arms and the fingers are back. We are leaning forward, but not bending into our backs, okay? So lean as far forward as your flat spine allows. Let the arm or arms come back to where your shoulders and arms allow. And then lift your torso back up into perpendicular as the arms come straight down. And then let those arms come forward, fingers pointing away from you. Lean your body back just a little bit so you feel that in your lower abdomen. Not too much to feel it in your lower spine, because then you straining, okay? Know where your edge is for working on core strengthening here. Bring your torso back to center. Exhale, hands down. Let's move into rocking chair. Arms come back and then lift them up. Inhale, fingers reach towards the sky. And then exhale, torso comes forward, arms come back. It's just what we did, only now we do it with our breath. Inhale, bring yourself up. Fingers lift. Go ahead, open your eyes if you'd like to have that visual experience. Take yourself forward. That's an exhale. Rocking chair. Okay. Spine stays in alignment. And that includes our neck, our cervical spine as well. Nice breaths. And breathing so you can hear it. It's just another way of meditating on your breath. One more set, please. Bring our bodies back up. Hands can come onto your thighs or your knees. And then we're going to take our left hand to our right knee, right hand behind you. Let's get into a twist into the spine now. Take a look over that back right shoulder. And bring yourself forward. So Sherry and anyone else is dealing with any kind of bone density stuff, this is how I want you to do your twists. Take your hand. So we're going to twist to our right. Your left hand crosses over your belly area, okay? And you hold that forward. And the only part you're going to twist is right here, this upper torso area. So this hand is, well, not forcing, but it's keeping that lower spine from also getting into the twist, but still allowing you to twist, okay? So if you're dealing with that, please don't take that twist as deeply as someone else might, okay? Let's go on the other side. So my right hand reaches across to my left knee, or it reaches across my navel area, my belly area to hold on. And I go ahead and I take that twist so my shoulders can still twist. My neck can come back. My upper torso comes back, but not that lower part that is more fragile, okay? So we also don't do forward folds, full forward folds with osteoporosis. Come on back, forward, back. Good, just a couple breaths here. All right, let's take our right forearm and just cross it. So it's gonna be an elbow basically on one side and my palm on the other side, right? And your feet and your knees are still hips distance. So bring your feet in a little more, Kim, because they're farther than your hips. Good. So we're leaning forward with this security here, okay? And then our left arm is gonna come and take some circles. If it doesn't, then we just work where we can, all right? So please, Shelley, don't take it into pain, okay?
I'm just gonna do half circles.
Okay. Please only do what is right for you. And just make some swimming motions as we lean forward with that flat spine. And then go ahead and take it back around. Good. Bring ourselves up. Let's take that forearm across, elbow on one knee, palm on the other. And let's just take that swimming motion again on the other side to the level that is a good opening for you for that shoulder, your shoulder. We're taking so sweet. Focus on our breath. Let's reverse. Inhale as I come upward with that arm. Exhale as I go back. And one more, please. And then bring ourselves up. Let's come into an open leg now. So now we're moving away from being in a mountain pose into opening for a goddess pose. Okay. And goddess pose, we're going to do some seated. People have an option if they want. They can get up and down out of the chair. Not necessary, okay? So knees are out, following the toes. Everything's lined up, knee and ankle here, okay? Go ahead and rise up, inhale. And exhale, pull down. This is where we can get some strengthening, okay? So again, either with weights, right? I'm here, making my fists, or I'm here, making fingers and really wide, okay? So either way, I can squeeze onto these two, and I'm getting more out of my seated goddess pose, okay? Inhale, rise. Just to where your shoulders go. Exhale it down. Inhale to your edge. Come on down. Inhale up. And you can press through your feet like we talked about if you want to engage there. And now take your hands down. Okay. And let's pulse. Getting into triceps if you want. Press into those feet, into the ground. Nobody will know if you're doing it or not, but you will, because your legs may start to shake. Okay. And exhale, let those hands come down, weighted or not weighted. Let's go ahead and put our forearm on our right thigh. Take our left hand and arm and shoulder to whatever level it may come over. So that my bicep might be by my ear, or it might not. And then from here, take it into muscle arm. And then take it back, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Muscle arm, exhale. Good. And then bring yourself up, both arms out, and let's just do this, whether you have weights or not. You can only do this for so long because our arms are heavy. Press through your feet if you want some engagement in those legs, okay? And then let's go ahead and bend into our left elbow, pressing that into our left thigh and forearm onto that left thigh. Lift your other arm up. Take it to where your arm feels like it is nicely coming into a good stretch. And that will be the pendant arm eyes. Press into the ground if you want, and then make muscle. Extend. And make muscle.
Short sleeves are coming.
Yep. Good. And exhale. One more. And bring it back. Take it out. And if you don't have weights in your hand, or even if you do, go ahead and let your palms kind of reaching out there, fingers expand. So I'm only holding onto the weight with my thumb. And I'm going to give a little bit of this going on here. And then I'm going to exhale, bring those arms together, take them up, bend. Maybe it's just one arm coming back there, you guys, that's okay. You're getting a tricep stretch there. I have to apologize, I think my feet stink. I'm gonna go wash them. I walked those dogs and oh my God, I took Zumba and I'm smelling my own feet. Woof.
We can't smell
Come on down, okay, good, well, I can. All right, if you had weights, well, you can keep them, because now we're gonna do that option of standing only if you want. So here we are, goddess. You can stay here, inhale, exhale. Two more like this, and exhale. Or now, those that like, you can rise up, lengthen legs. It's not a have to. Exhale, take it on back, make sure that chair is there. Inhale. And exhale. Two more, please. Josephine, are you there or frozen? Okay, I saw your head and it wasn't moving, and I thought maybe she froze. Okay, here we are. Go ahead and let those weights come down. And let's bring our legs in. And we're gonna go into hero's pose. Hero's pose is a little bit different than mountain pose, seated or actually seated hero is not standing. Hero is usually not done seated, but we're gonna do it seated. So the thing about hero's pose is we're keeping everything in alignment, but we're gonna stretch into our ankle. So I'm gonna take my foot back, whew, and I'm gonna stretch into that ankle. If you can do both, do both. If not, you're doing one. So in hero's pose, seated on the ground, I'm seated with my hips on my heels. And so you're getting a good stretch there. And we all need a little stretch there because this isn't a place that we take ourselves very often. Let's try to breathe into those ankles. And then we'll bring our feet back. And let's go ahead and cross left over right. And take some circles. And that should feel a little relief from that stretch in the front part of the ankle there. And then go ahead and reverse that. Just realize I'm recording this to iCloud, to YouTube, so everybody's gonna know that I got sticky feet. Everybody, all those hundreds of thousands of people that watch our YouTube. Go ahead and take that foot off and reverse. And take some circles here. All right, now we're gonna do half happy baby, okay? So take your hand to wherever it reaches on your shin. Maybe you hold onto your pant leg. Maybe some of you can go ahead and bring that leg up a little more and hold on to peace fingers or the outside of your foot. We're gonna take the other hand and hold on, or we can lean your spine all the way back on your chair. We're gonna go ahead and go into half happy baby. So happy baby on the ground, right? Sometimes we'll do half, sometimes we'll do whole. Is opening up the hip. And then let's be happy with that leg and bring it across our body to get into that psoas and take it out. Still as bent or straight as you can or want, but happy baby generally is bent legs. And then come back over. And then come here, and then let's cross into figure 4. If that is not available, then you can take a block and put your leg on that, foot on that, either on either side, okay? So find some place where you're getting an opening in your hip. Okay, you should feel that right back there. So this is pigeon pose that we're working into now. Yeah, that's good, but I'm gonna give you a thicker block for that. This has a little more stability. Okay, yep. So we are gonna go ahead and which foot is over the right one, correct?
Yes.
All right, and so come to the edge of your chair, right? And we're gonna flex into this foot. Only if you want to work on the upper body too, we're gonna press into the chair. We're gonna press so hard that maybe our hips lift out of the chair, okay? And then bring ourselves back down. And then I'm gonna let my spine be straight. I'm gonna hold on here, bring my body forward, forward, forward. You should feel that back in that glute, okay? Especially if you're flexing your foot and you're leaning forward. Then when you've gone as far as you can with a straight spine, go ahead and let your head release. Third eye comes close to your shin. Your chin is at your chest. Your shoulders are peeled away from your ears and you're just letting that hip opening with your weight of your body. And then we bring ourselves slowly back up. And the exhale, let's go ahead and bring that foot down. Should feel that in that hip area. And then take the left foot out. And we already did the ankle rotations on this side. And you can just stay like this too, and flexing into that foot, feeling that back in there. Pigeon pose. If you want, start to bring your body weight forward. You're gonna feel more sensation. Keeping your back straight is nice. Straight, straight, straight. Then if you want, you can let your chest come down more. You can curl and tuck and round. And this is okay for people with osteoporosis in the base of their spine because we're not doing a full forward fold. Okay, we're just really folding in from that shoulder area and neck area. And then bring yourself back up. And let's do happy baby on this side. So take a hold of whatever you can here, right? And lift and take it out so that the knee is maybe wider than your shoulder if that works for you, okay? And take it across your body. And you can do this really low too, okay? And then take it out. And take it across. Happy baby's a fun one to do on the ground because you can rock back and forth and massage your kidneys, your adrenals. Here we go. Good. Put those down. Tap those feet. Let's do eagle. We're going to do eagle flowing, okay? So we're not going to work with the legs, we're going to work with the arms first. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right under left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right under left, just into this hug here for now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, into hug. Maybe into here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, just bow with a straight spine. Bring yourself up, inhale. And exhale, releasing those arms, come on up. Exhale, left under right, hug yourself. Releasing. Exhale, left under right, hug yourself. And release. This time, exhale, left under right. And go into full eagle arms if you can, like, or want. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, but only with a straight spine. Hold in at your navel. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release the arms. Exhale, arms. Now we're gonna flow with adding the legs. So it's gonna be a little different than a eagle that we hold. This will be more dynamic. So lift our arms, lift your right leg. Exhale, cross your legs right under left. Well, right leg over left, right arm under, okay? Yeah, so it's opposite. And then come on into your eagle cross if that works for you. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to navel. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to navel. Inhale up. Exhale, take that leg, bring it down. Inhale, lift the left leg. Send it over right leg and left arm under right arm. Full eagle, inhale. Exhale, elbow to navel. Inhale. Exhale, bowing navel. Inhale, lift. Leg lifts. Exhale, down. Exhale here. Let's just do some leg lifting, okay? So we're going to, and you can hold on if you want or not, but we're gonna lift that right leg up and cross it over. And then lift both legs and cross them. And both across. And both across. If you're leaning back, you're getting a little bit in our core. And 2 more sets. 1, 2, 2. Good. And then bring yourselves up. Let's take circles with our upper body. And let's go around in the opposite way. Let's take our arms out long. Someone's pulling us over here. Let them pull, feel that squeeze, feel this stretch. Bring yourself back in now. Exhale, take it on over to the other side. Bring yourself up, inhale. Centering ourselves, exhale it over. Bring it on up. Take it on one more time this side. And exhale, hands come down. Good. All right. Well, we've got some cards here, and we're going to be working with a few of these poses. Okay. And here are yours. Okay. So without looking at the cards, I looked. Just go ahead, choose one, Shelley. Choose one. So these are cards that have different positions on them. So just choose one. Okay. Yeah. And then now look at it. Tell us what it is.
Boat pose.
Okay, go ahead and look at this other side. Okay, so we're gonna do boat pose, and we may only be doing one-legged boat pose. Boat pose, its target area is our core, okay? And if we are targeting our core, guess what else we're targeting? Our lower back. That's why you gotta think about, all right, I'm gonna work with core, but if my lower spine starts to feel not right, I back off of it, okay? So hold on here, right? Lean back. And some of us might feel like, you know what, I'm gonna do my bow really safe with my shoulders, not only safe, but a little easier, maybe it's, you know, a little bit much to not have your shoulders up against the back. So that's an option, okay? So leaning back, either with shoulders against the chair or not, I'm gonna go ahead and lift one leg and rise it up to where my leg will go, okay? And you can also hold on here, right? If you want. This is half boat. And then take that foot down. You should be feeling a little bit going on right in here, okay? Go ahead, half boat. And this is a great option right here instead of holding on. Either way, you're working the upper body. Go ahead and let that come down. Repeat one side at a time, or if your lower back allows, you can go ahead and try both feet. And maybe this is when I come with my shoulders into the back of the chair. And let my feet come down. Exhale. Thank you for sharing Mo Pose with us. Kim, would you choose one of your cards? Just randomly choose a card.
Hero pose.
Hero pose? Okay, and we did hero pose. That card's gonna look different than our hero pose. But we're gonna go ahead, have our seat, our seat at the edge of this seat. We're gonna go ahead and work on those ankles again, okay? So hero's pose is on the ground, and we're not gonna do it, but if any of you ever wanna do it on the ground, I like to use a block. And I'm back like this, stretching into those ankles. But this is a lot on the knees, so I don't usually offer that in our classes, just because it is, and we have a lot of people with some knee stuff going on. But this works with getting the ankles open, okay? Good, thank you. Can you choose a card, please?
Crescent moon pose.
Okay, we did that, but we're gonna add to it. We did half with just one arm, and some of us will just use one arm, okay? Let's go ahead and lift our arm or arms up and make like prayer hands, okay? So one thumb comes over the other, right? Or maybe I'm just gonna do one arm, okay? And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come over into crescent pose. Now, whatever side you're leaning towards, press into that, both heels, but especially the opposite heel, because that heel wants to lift and go with you. Press down. So we've added a little bit here. We're kind of hanging out with a little more energy needed to do this one, rather than just one arm. Go ahead and bring yourself up, inhale. Let's take it into cactus, exhale, open up your heart. Inhale up. Gotta do the other side, right? I'm gonna cross my other thumb over, lengthening side body, come on over. After you've lengthened it, right? We want as much opening in the ribs on the opposite side we're leaning, and much squeeze into the side that we're leaning on. After the last time was a full moon, it's beautiful. Rise on up, inhale. Exhale, pull down into cactus, arm or arms. Good, rise up. Exhale, hands come floating down. All right, shoulders release a few times. And I want to say Nancy, but I'm not sure, is that right?
I'm Nancy.
Yeah, I did it, yay. Can you
She
choose it?
didn't do one though, did you?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
Chris. All right, sorry.
It's okay.
Cobra.
Cobra pose, okay. Take your hands behind you. Hold on to the back of the seat of the chair, okay? So I'm gonna hold on here. Some of you might not reach there, then just reach to where your level will go for your shoulders. Maybe one doesn't reach back as far as the other. Have your sits bones as close to the edge of the chair as you can, okay? I'm going to let my body weight come forward, right? When I do, look, my heart expands just as if I were doing cobra on the ground. And with my hands here, I'm also utilizing upper body strength, okay? So my gaze rises. I breathe into my heart space that's fully opened here in cobra pose. And then bring your spine back into alignment. After Cobra, let's just do 2 cats and cows. Chin comes to chest. Let your shoulders roll in and down. And then bring yourself up and inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And back into neutral spine. Thank you, Nancy, for introducing us to Cobra. Sherry, what does one of your cards have to share for us?
I had tree pose.
Tree pose, okay. You can stay seated in tree pose, and I'm gonna show you how, or you can get and stand in tree pose, okay? So we'll stand, you guys can get prepared for it. But if you're doing it seated, you're gonna bring that foot in, you're gonna press down, and you're going to take your hands here, or you can take the foot up a little bit, okay? So you choose what you wanna do here. Pressing down with the foot that's in the ground, okay? All right, if we're standing and we're using a chair as a balance, this is how I will do it. You guys can choose, and some of you might not even need that. So we're standing here, but since this is chair yoga, the chair is here with us too. So my outside leg turns out, come up to the ball of my foot, and maybe bring it in, shifting my weight already, bringing it to inside of calf, not into my knee, only if this works for you. Otherwise, we keep the leg down, because some of us don't have that opening in our hips, okay? Maybe you come up to here. And with the chair, what's nice about it is you can challenge yourself. So if I generally come here, then maybe with the chair, I'm gonna learn some different muscle memory for my balance, and I might bring that foot up a little bit more. And one hand here, maybe the other hand joins. Maybe I take my hands and I go move like the wind in the tree, right? This just gives me a sense of security to maybe do a little bit more than I normally would without the chair, okay? All right, maybe some of you feel like, okay, I've got this going, all right? Maybe you wanna take your fingers on your big toe and start to lift up and do one-legged standing tree, okay? This just gives me that security that I can do those things. All right, walk it up. And let's do the other side. Sitting is great. Just change the foot, the leg, the opposite. Press down with the one that you're still fully engaged with. Okay, Josephine, press down and you're gonna get that. Leverage up, okay? Holding on, make sure you know where that is, or maybe your foot is attached still, right? You guys find your trees. Find what fits for you. Yeah, nice. Sprouting, that's what they're doing, especially those lovely elms. And then their seeds are gonna come down and rain upon us. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm cleaning up and I go, okay, they're coming. Why am I cleaning? All right, thank you for that. Let's see what the next one is. Josephine, I'm gonna pull for you. All right, Josephine, let's see. Extended side angle pose, okay? So this one's seated, right? And this one, we do want our legs all the way together, okay? So because usually we're here, over here, but here, bring them in. When you bring them in together, you gotta work to do that because our legs wanna just go. Our body wants to go, right? So we've got to bring them in. And doing that, we have a little bit of internal rotation. If you press with your feet together, you press your knees together, you're engaging this whole core here. That really doesn't have anything to do with this pose, except for it gives you more strengthening, okay? So I'm taking my right arm across my left leg, right? And I'm lowering myself. This left hand might just go to my hip. It might go behind me, or I take it to my shoulder, or I take it up. Notice that was the last option. You don't have to take that arm all the way up. Press those legs together, press the inner feet together. Look up only if that's good for your neck, or look side, or look down, or switch your gaze all around. And then slowly bring yourself up, back into center. Take a couple breaths. Gotta do the other side though, huh, Josephine? She's a taskmaster. She says, come on, gotta do the other side. All right, take your left arm across your right area. And I'm gonna slide down just to where it feels good to me. I'm pressing into my feet on the ground and together. And my right hand now comes to my hip, base of my spine, right shoulder kind of opens up. Maybe my right arm comes up. That's kind of a lot on the shoulder, so maybe we don't do that, okay? Press those legs together, feel that in your glutes, press down into the ground, only if you want a little more oomph. That's resistance. Let that hand come down, if it even lifted up to begin with. Slowly come out of that, because you guys were in a twist as well, okay? But you were in a twist that had a straight spine. We weren't, convoluting it there. Okay, Shelley. Yes. Got another one. Thank you, Josephine. Camel pose. Camel. Okay, camel, we're gonna take our hands, we're gonna put them right here. And we're gonna sit at the edge of our chair. This is a lot like cobra. Cobra and camel both, well, camel opens up this whole area, it unzips us totally, where cobra is mostly here. But seated is probably gonna be about the same. Hands are here, press downward, okay? Press downward into this area here, okay, like pockets. Feet are, everything lined up, press down, open up, unzip that whole front part of your body, pressing down as the heart rises up, the shoulders pull down, press into your feet if you want some more energy being inputted into what you're doing. Gaze rises. I love camel. I love cobra. I love anything that's heart opening, and release. Because most of our lives are like this, not like that, okay? All right, 2 sets, cow and cat, to balance that out, your own breath, your own depth, your own length, and curvature. All right, Kim, you have one for us?
Triangle forward bend.
Okay, could I see that one? Okay, all right, so triangle. And this forward bend is not taking our heads lower than our hearts, okay? So go ahead and get into your chair. Let's take them to the side here so you can see me and I can see you, what we're doing there. So on this one, Josephine, if you don't want to get out of the chair, stay seated, open up your legs, and then just come over to one side, take your arm, all right? And do that. And then do a little bit of forward, coming forward like that, but hold and engage with your core, okay? All right, so right foot's forward, left foot is back. And I would call this more of a pyramid pose than a triangle, but it's also working with triangular legs. So right foot forward, and that back foot, if we want to make it more of a triangle, we're going to take that back foot, toes out, heels in, okay? And then we take our hands, we walk them on that chair, and we lengthen out our spine. We lengthen out those legs. So it's a stretch. It's a really good stretch for the back side of your legs. Your head can stay up, your heart, or you can let the heavy head go. but our back is long. So we're not forward folding into that really curved spine. Go ahead and walk your hands back to the front of the chair. Before we do the other side, I want to show you the difference between this triangle stretch and a pyramid stretch. So take the toes from the back foot and rotate them forward. You might need to bring that foot in a little bit more. Do you notice that there's more of a stretch in your calf now and that back leg, okay? Pyramid does that. You could stay right here in pyramid. I like to do a flowing pyramid where I bend my elbows and let my forehead come close to that chair. And then I take my chin to the chest and I raise up here. And I exhale, bend into my elbows, take my chin to my chest and raise up again. Okay, good. Bend into that front leg, the right one, bring the left up. And bend into your knees. Let's rise up, inhale. Stretch into the sides of your body with that inhale, Josephine. Exhale, hands come down. Let's let the left foot come forward, the right one come back, toes out, heel in, into triangular legs, okay? The back foot, toes out, heel in, front leg forward, okay? And then we walk our hands forward and we stretch out our armpits and our legs. Front legs getting a lot of stretch. Both of them should be equally balanced into pressure into the earth. Breathe into your stretch. So we're stretching the backside of the legs, Josephine. Find a good place that helps you stretch into those legs. Don't have to stand. And then bring your head up, walk your hands towards the front of the chair. Turn those toes forward and the heel back, and maybe you have to step it in a little bit because that's a more intense stretch on that back leg. I'm also going to work to get that back right hip from being behind. I want to bring it forward, and oh yes, I'm going to feel that more in my leg. I'm doing that. And then I'm going to float. Bend elbows, take head to seat, exhale. Chin to chest, inhale. Exhale. Chin to chest as we inhale. Let's do one more exhale. Good. Bend into the front standing one. Bring that other one back. Bend into both. Rise up and exhale. Pull down into cactus. Offer heart. And rise up and exhale. Float those hands on. All right. Let's turn the chairs back around. We'll do one more card, and we're gonna come to our warm down, meditative closing piece. So let's see what Pam might have in one of her cards.
A little ant.
A little ant.
A little ant.
Oh.
Knees to chest.
Okay, that's a good one for towards the end. So let's go ahead and have ourselves seated again towards the edge of the chair, okay? And let's go ahead and pick up that right foot or either foot, doesn't really matter. You can take your hands here. But the idea here is to bring that knee towards your chest, towards your shoulder. You're using the strength of your arm to bring that heaviness of your leg up. And just breathe into that, keep bringing it up. So when we do this, our right side, we're squeezing into the ascending colon. This is a real good one to do in the morning, like take yourself and do this in bed, okay? And you take that one down, then you lift the left one up, and we're gonna come into the descending colon and bringing that thigh as close to our chest, either here or under here. And squeezing upper body strength it takes, squeezing into that descending colon, and then let that leg come down. Now we're going to go for the transverse colon, and we're just gonna come forward, bring your legs together, and we're gonna try to, even we can use a block here. Maybe, let me see. Yeah, block, and let yourself just hang over there and get that block into that colon that crosses over, cleanse. But if we're laying in bed and we're doing this, not gonna throw the block there, you're gonna take both of your legs up. Maybe some of you wanna try this, and you're gonna squeeze your legs into yourself, okay, like a little ball. Yep. Good, and then let your legs go down. All right, nice. Let's go ahead, find yourself into the back of your chair. Maybe the first time, some of you are gonna need 1 or 2 blocks under your feet so that they can rise up and not be dangling down there. Yeah, some of us don't need that, some of us do. Only if you'd like here, some of you might want to, and I want to add these because some people want to do it, is you can do a half lotus here. You can do a double where you're in like a easy pose. You don't have to do any of that. I just want your back against the back of the chair. Your legs can stay nice and even with your hips, so you can do some hip opening, like coming into half lotus or full lotus. Is different than what I'm doing. I cannot do full lotus, or you can do this cross-legged or not. Go ahead and take your arms up, inhale. Hold on to the cactus arms, let your shoulders squeeze back into the chair and let your heart rise up. Inhale up. Hold on to left wrist, push away, come on over to the right. Bring yourself up. Hold on to your right wrist, push away, take yourself over. Yourself up. Hands come to knees. Just take a look over your right shoulder. Not much is going to twist here because we're pressing up against the back of the chair, but we're getting a little neck stretch here. And then bring yourself forward. Take a look over your left shoulder. Bring yourself back. Hold on to your knees if you're seated regular or like this. Hold on to your knees. Let your heart come forward. Take the lower spine away from the back of the chair, coming into cow, and then press solidly into the base of your spine and roll forward into cat. Shoulders pull away from the chair. 1 more of those. Hold on to knees. Let the lower spine release. Shoulders press in, heart lifts. And then the opposite, lower spine attaches. We come into curl and tuck and rest. And just coming into spine against the chair. Close your eyes if they're not already. Find some moments to call in your breath in a conscious way. Conscious breathing helps to clear our cluttered minds. It helps so many aspects of our healing, to any of our injuries, internal, external. Helps with our mental health. Spiritual well-being. Helps our emotions to come into balance. Let your hands strong, rise up with your arms, inhale. Exhale, hands come into heart center with a light bow down. I honor the place in myself. Please repeat. I honor the place in myself where the universe dwells. I honor that place in myself.
I honor that place in myself
Where there is love,
where there is love,
where there is light,
where there is light,
where there is peace,
where there is
and
peace,
where there is joy.
and where there is joy.
For when I am in that place,